What's going on, guys? I am SimpleSimon, and I've got a whole box of action figures that I need to get through and unbox to show you guys. So today I'm going to be doing some Star Wars Black Series unboxings. I'm going to be doing 2 figures in the one video. I've been sitting on these for a little while. I've got the Baylan Skoll and Shin Hati, however you say their names. Now, I've been watching these for a long time. As far as reviews online, well before they came out, they've copped a lot of heat. A lot of people aren't happy with a lot of things about these figures, but I figured I'd have to take a good look at them myself and see if they're really as bad as people say. Let's do this. Just a quick shout out to my minions. Your support is greatly appreciated. Channel membership is now available. To find out more, hit the join button to find out about perks and exclusive videos and content. But always remember, your membership is not required. The best way to support the channel is by liking and commenting on all the videos. Let's do this. Alright, so before I start, hopefully the audio is sounding okay. I'm using my new Rode wireless mic. So I'm just testing it. I've only done one video so far and I really wasn't happy with the audio. So we'll start off by looking at the boxes of these 2 figures. Again, you can't have one without the other. The Master and the Apprentice there. So here are the complaints for those who don't know. First of all, Shin Hati was a big hit. She was very popular among Star Wars nerds. A lot of people were simping for her. And a lot of people complained that the face likeness on the figure was just not quite there. Which I agree. I must say though, when I first saw images, it was really bad. Looking at it in hand now, the face really isn't that bad when you look at it up close. However, it does not really look like the actress. Baylan, his biggest complaint was he looks actually quite good. The likeness of him. His biggest complaint was the height. So I believe these 2 figures are of the same height, even though Baylan should really be towering over Shin. Box art on these are both fantastic. They look good. Now I think it goes this way. I think they connect up there. Yep, the shoulder pad there. Artwork on these are mint. They look really good there. Back of the box gives you a bit of information about the characters. The other complaint I think was that the lightsabers in the show, they actually have orange lightsabers, but here, I mean, they look very red to me. Now, a lot of people, apparently what happened was they repackaged, I think, Baylan's lightsaber, or maybe both of them, with orange lightsabers. But even the orange ones they did, I don't know which ones I've got here, so for people who might actually know, let me know. From what I've seen, the orange lightsabers that they made were still very red. And also, Baylan's lightsaber, I mean, I reckon you see in the box, it's very bendy. Because obviously he's got an extra long lightsaber. Good old Baylan. So anyway, I'll take them out of the box and we'll have a closer look at the figures. Alright, so here is Baylan. Like I said, likeness on his face looks fantastic. I think another, I guess, knock on these 2 characters was they appear in the very opening scene, I believe, of the Ahsoka series, and they both are in robes. So I think a lot of people complained that they should have had like, what do they call it in the action figure world? Soft goods, whatever they call it, capes with them. That would have made them look extra good. There have been some people I've seen online who actually made their own soft goods cape robe for them. But anyway, this is the figure here. We'll have a look at his articulation. Actually, before I do that, this is his lightsaber, and as you can see, there is a very big bend in it. That also has a lot to do with the way they packaged it, but that's kind of a little bit lame. That's the detail on his hilt there. And you can just see like that, it's bent, which kind of sucks. But yeah, we'll look at his articulation. Head goes down that far. Looks up pretty good. Head turns all the way. Arms does a T-pose there. Pretty reasonable. He's got some butterfly joints, it looks like. They don't really come out very far. His elbows go to about there. Both. Hand has wrist movement and turns as well, so that's cool. I'm gonna guess his legs don't go up. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that. That might be the best split that any of my figures have done. Wow, look at that. This is Baylan channeling his Jean-Claude Van Damme blood sport. Look at that. That is an impressive split. I don't know if I've got any other figures that have done a split like I can literally pose that Van Damme style. So that's very impressive. He kicks forward pretty good as well. Pretty much, yeah, that's very good. Very, very good. So his knees go back, but again, his cape kind of robe gets in the way a little bit there. So knees bend to about there, and then his foot pivots upwards like that, and he doesn't really get any rotation on the foot, just really up and down, which is fine. Yeah, so articulation, very impressive. I am super impressed by those splits that Baylan can do. So we'll get Shin added. Oh, did I just break the shoulder pad there? Oh no, so the shoulder pad, I don't even see that. It's kind of linked on there. That feels just really loose. I don't know. Oh yeah, they're both like that. Okay, just the one on the left, his left is just seems a little bit more tight. But I think they've done that so he can get a bit more movement in his arm. So that's fine. But yeah, we'll get Shin out of the box and have a look at her. First, we'll have a look at Shin's lightsaber. Hers is a little less bendy, but it still has a slight bend, but more from the actual end there. That's what the hilt looks like there. And you guys tell me what color that is. I mean, I think they're the same, but some people were telling me they reckon that's the orange version. I think the red was more like a solid red, like less see-through. I could be wrong there, but you guys tell me what color lightsabers these are. They look pretty red to me. So here's Shin. Again, look, her face really, when I first saw an image of the face, I was just like, what have they done? In hand, it doesn't look that bad, but it really does not look like the actress. So they definitely messed up there, but yeah, in hand, this thing doesn't look anywhere near as bad. I think they just caught her on some wrong angles. Like if you look at that angle, the jaw's just a little bit strong. These guys definitely would have looked better with some robes. All right, so let's have a look at her articulation. Looks down that far, looks up, not much because of her hair. Turns all the way around. She's got a little plait there which gets caught there. So yep. Oh, her shoulders really don't go up very far, so she can't quite do a T-pose. That's interesting. That's about as far as I can get her, unless I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, I didn't do Baylan's ab crunch. Oh, he's got, oh interesting, he's got like no ab crunch. Interesting. How about Shin? Ab crunch? Not really much of an ab crunch at all. Goes back a little bit, but not really. Interesting. Elbows are good. Wrist. Okay, so hers don't rock back and forth. She only has, they only turn, twist. She twists at the waist, sort of. I feel like she's gonna pop out, so I'm not gonna do that too crazy now. Can she do the splits? Let's see your splits, Shin. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, look at that. That's not, I think Baylan is still more impressive with the splits. Oh, how about if you turn your legs outwards? That's pretty good. I mean, not like you're ever going to see her in that position. And the way her leg looks there, that doesn't quite look natural. But yeah, Baylan still wins the splits contest there. Knees go to about there. And then foot. Oh, doesn't really move. The thing I've been finding about a lot of Star Wars figures is some of the articulation is absolutely cooked. My Ahsoka figure, I don't know if you can see it there on the shelf. One of her elbow joint doesn't turn, like it's just completely locked. And then yeah, I've noticed on a lot of figures that even though this is supposed to go up and down, I don't know, maybe it's just getting caught there on the back of that, but it really doesn't move much. And I'm not sure why they'd even bother putting it there if it wasn't going to move, or if it's, yeah, no, it's definitely, this one's cooked. That's just like completely locked up. I feel like her foot's going to come off if I try too hard. It does turn though, so her feet do turn. That seems to work. But yeah, that her left ankle is pretty cooked there. But yeah, that's what the figure looks like. All right, so normally when I do the height comparisons with my action figures, I normally compare them to figures across all different lines, like Black Series versus Marvel Legends versus DC Multiverse versus whatever else I have in my collection. For this video, I'm only going to stick to Star Wars Black Series figures because obviously these two were knocked a lot for their height, and I must say right now they are pretty much the same height. It is kind of ridiculous because Ray Stevenson is quite a large man, so yeah, they definitely messed up on that. So I want to really just compare them to a couple of Black Series figures just to see where they stand and, you know, why they couldn't have made Baylan a little bit taller. So first I'm going to start with Luke Skywalker. Now this Luke Skywalker I noticed is tiny. I don't know if Mark Hamill was really that small in the series. Maybe he was not a tall guy, but as you can see, Luke there is quite small. I mean, if you look at his head shape compared to the other two, he's got a really small head too, so Luke Skywalker must be a pretty small dude. So I want to start off with him because obviously he's a shorter character, a shorter figure at least. Next, I've got Cobb Vanth here. Now he's standing pretty tall, a little bit taller than both of them. So again, even if Rey had just that little much difference, it would have been a big difference, I think. I mean, if you have a look, it only seems like a minor difference, but I even think that little difference making Baylan that little much taller would have been a big difference. Now I'll bring in some of the taller characters. This is Darth Vader standing next to him, and as you can see, Darth is quite imposing compared to these two. I don't think Baylan should have been that big, but definitely at least like Cobb Vanth there. And then the last one, because I know this is also a big figure, is my Ned B droid, who I like to always bring in. That's getting close there, Ned. And as you can see, much taller. Who's taller out of Ned and Darth? They're about the same, those two. So definitely messed up, I think, with the height there. I don't understand why they would have done something like that, considering when they make figures like Darth, they know he's going to be bigger. So, you know, they make him considerably bigger. If you look at Luke and Darth there, like that looks, you know, about right. They put a lot of thought. But I feel like considering they made these characters at the same time for the same time release, it is a little bit odd that they made them the same height. So next, maybe I'll just do some really bad poses as I'm known for, and then I'll give you an honest review on these figures. Alright, so what did I think of these two figures? I've only been unboxing action figures for not too long, and I haven't had too many complaints. The height, obviously, I mean, there was no getting around that. It was always, you know, all the reviews are correct. Yes, the height is odd and very off. Apart from that, though, I must say, I wasn't very happy with the articulation. I mean, Baylan was actually quite good. The only complaint about Baylan's articulation is I feel like his butterfly joints on his shoulders don't really do a lot. As far as Shin goes, I think it looks better than what we first thought, but the articulation, and again, this might not be on every figure, this is probably just on mine, or you know, some of them, that left ankle locked really makes it hard for her to stand upright. So, and her arm movement is very limited, so you can't really get very many good poses, and she's going to be a pain in the ass to stand because of that ankle. I've actually found a good way. Bending her knee a little bit has definitely helped. But yeah, look, I'm glad I got them just because I really enjoyed these two characters on the show. So I was always going to get these figures. But as far as the way they look, the only thing I would complain is, yes, she doesn't look like the actress, but I think it's still a decent looking figure. Baylan's good apart from the height. So look wise, that's all I've got to complain with. But the articulation on Shin, on Mike 1 anyway, was just a little bit off. But yeah, if you guys have these figures, let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed the show, if you guys enjoyed these characters, let us know in the comment your thoughts. I've got a ton more action figures to unbox. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe. Give this video a like, leave a comment, all that good stuff. And until next time, I'm SimpleSimon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.